En un mundo tan ingrato, solo tu amada amante lo das todo por amor. Este amor que tú me has dado es amor que no esperaba, es aquello que soñé.
Hermanos amigos, gracias por pasar para honrar un tremendo hombre, el sargento Santiago Frias, que fue un héroe allá en Irak. Y estamos aquí para reconocer, y nunca nos vamos a olvidar de la contribución que hizo él, y por eso en este día vamos a nombrar esta calle en su nombre. Well, at this moment, we're going to unveil the street name on behalf of Staff Sergeant Santiago Frias. And I want to take a moment to thank the NYPD for being here today and for lending us a hand, and for the members of the media for letting the word go out, and we really appreciate it. So at this moment, we're going to get ready for the unveiling.
Santiago was an amazing human being. He was kind, he was funny, he was truthful. He was my hero.
Santiago was unique, and he felt that everybody was special, and he treated everybody special.
We wanted Santiago to be remembered for always. We wanted that when his grandchild grows up, he's able to see the kind of man his grandfather was.
There is no expression that I can, nothing that I can say. There are no words. There's not an expression that I can feel right to say what that feels like. It's incredible. It's great. It's great.
Well, Santiago always had a saying, my way or the highway. And out of all the sayings that he used to say, we thought it'd be fit to name the street Staff Sergeant Santiago Frias Way, because Santiago worked very hard in the Bravo supermarket here on 183rd Street. And we thought that since we grew up here in this neighborhood, it would be the perfect spot to have a street corner named after Santiago.
Well, it was a place where we came to work and we made friends, and those friends became family. So it was a very special place to him. And I guess that was it. A special place, and a place like home.
And a humble man that did not like to be recognized or honored for his accomplishments. In his own words, I'm just doing my job. No matter how much physical or emotional pain he was going through, he made sure that everyone had a laugh, even if it was at his own expense.
My name is George Guerrero. I served with Sergeant Frias back in the 25th, 1st Battalion, 21st Infantry Regiment, Hawaii. We served in Iraq together. I was in a different platoon than him, but he was a great NCO for a short period of time. When we were before we were deployed, I actually was in his squad, and then he got moved to another platoon. But in that time that I knew him in the 25th, and he was the greatest. He lived up to that moniker that people put on him. He was the greatest. Whenever soldiers like myself, the single guys, were alone, we didn't have family there to visit us on these special occasions that sometimes, you have family events. Sergeant Frias would invite us to his home, especially us Dominicans, we get to eat some mangu, and he always took care of his guys. He was always about his guys, his soldiers. He wasn't the type of person to tell you, do as I say and as I do. He led by example, and he was always there. He's a beacon of what it means to be a true soldier and a leader. Every now and then I look over and I see his brother, and he looks a lot like him. So I gotta remind myself it's not him, and it's hard, trying to keep it together, trying to be strong. I got my family here supporting Sergeant Frias.
My name's Tim Rohde. I served with Sergeant Frias from 2002 to 2004 when he got injured, and then briefly when we were both in Hawaii together when he was rehabilitating. Sergeant Frias was not only a strong leader, but he was also a brother. He was somebody that, when you disappointed him, he let you know, and you felt it. because he was the kind of leader that, you know, when you disappointed him, you knew he felt it, and he expected highly of you, and you did it because he was just a kind guy. He was just. It was a pleasure to know him and work with him, and he was caring. I don't think I've ever seen him raise his voice without really meaning it and be disappointed, not angry, just disappointed. And you know, he pushed himself hard constantly, even when he was injured. He was in some of the best shape I've ever seen a soldier in. And he brought that level of dedication to just about anything he touched, and everybody he led. Your best friend and the worst one you'd ever want to catch you slipping. And he had a way to just making you smile and making you realize it wasn't that bad. And you know, when you lose somebody like that, and you lose somebody like that in the world, I think everybody feels it, because a little bit of the ability to cope is gone. And that's what I tell somebody. Be that guy. Be like Sergeant Frias.
Hi, my name is Joseph Dumais. I'm Santiago's nephew. It was pretty good. A lot of people live in this area that knew him. Way to, I guess, immortalize his memory. He was a teacher, so every moment was a teaching moment, which I'm grateful for. A lot of lessons. Can't go any day without thinking about one of his many important lessons that just get me through a hardship or a good moment. They grew up on the street. They worked over at the supermarket over there, food marketplace. It used to be Bravo. It was owned by my grandfather. A lot of events have happened here. A lot of memories were created here. A lot of people are connected. So if there had to be like a heart and soul, I would say like this is the spot.
Are you excited?
Oh, of course.
Hi, I'm Ricardo Frias. I'm Santiago Frias' firstborn son. He's been my example my entire life. Whatever I'm doing, especially when I get down on myself or start to wonder if I can get there, I think of him, and then I keep pushing. He never really liked taking commendations or awards, so he was against it in his life, but now I feel at least he can get the recognition that he always deserved. This is his stomping grounds. This is where he became the man that he is known to us today. This is the ground zero, really, for him and for our whole family.
My name is Gabriel Frias. I'm Santiago's son. It's funny, man. It's hardest working man. And if you ever needed somebody to talk to, he'd always be there. It was kind of different. I remember coming here as a kid at 6 in the morning, crack of dawn, working with him in that supermarket over there. So now having this is a perfect spot to have the street named after him. We always spent a lot of mornings here, a lot of nights, talking to people in this area, teaching them, and being there for them. A singular word to describe him as? Hardworking.
Ok, mi nombre es José Frías, padre de Santiago Frias. Él era una persona, en primer lugar, creo que tenía muchos valores, porque amaba mucho a nuestro Señor Jesús. Era una persona totalmente que tenía muy en cuenta a nuestro Señor, su religión, y luego era muy cariñoso, no solamente conmigo, porque yo era su padre, pero con todos sus semejantes. Él trataba muy bien a la persona, era muy cariñoso, muy servicial, una persona totalmente excepcional, yo diría.
¿Cómo se siente que una calle esté al nombre de Santiago Frias?
Se siente lo mejor porque todo el mundo no tiene ese privilegio de en vidas hacer cosas tan buenas para un honor. Creo que la calle llevar el nombre de Santiago Frias lo va a hacer inmortal. Va a vivir para siempre en la mente de sus amistades, de los vecinos de por aquí. Siempre va a ser recordado.
Gracias.
I wanted to make sure that we take his memory home, so we have his own private
Gregory Quintana. I'm the nephew of Santiago Frias. I know he wasn't a big man of getting recognition, but he deserves it. He was a man of character, he was loving, he was kind, and he was a jokester.
My name is Amanda Quintana. Santiago Frias was my godfather. There's so many feelings. He's immortalized, right? Like the council member said, it's something where children who grew up in this area, maybe they won't know who he was, but they'll know that there was a great man once named Santiago Frias who did something great, who changed the world. Someone who grew up in this neighborhood, someone who was, like them, can change the world, and maybe they can too. It feels great that he's captured for forever. He was a wild child. He was amazing, he was funny, he was crazy. He could make you laugh, he could make you cry. He was the kind of person that you just wanted to be around.
Zoraida Jocelyn Quintana, also known as Josie, Santiago's older sister. I am glad that it happened here, where we spend so much time with our youth. This, to me and to all of us, is something that is going to remind us whenever we pass this corner, even though we've all migrated upstate. Whenever we pass this corner, not only the sight of the store is going to remind us of the good times, but it's going to remind everyone else of Santiago. And people are going to look up and find out who he was. The man, the legend, Santiago Frias. To know Santiago is to know someone who has a heart of gold. To know Santiago is to hang out with someone that is always going to make it his purpose to make your life better. Knowing him left everyone better.
My name is Matthew Quintana. Santiago Frias was my uncle. Pretty great, honestly. He was a really great man. I'm glad to see that he's finally getting a bit more recognition than just people inside of his family and those directly affected by it. It's good to know that his name's going to be out there for longer than he's been here. Imagine if Superman wasn't just in the comic books.
We also want to thank the community, the NYPD especially, for being here and helping us make this happen. This is something very emotional for the family. We thank you. You all become a part of the family today by helping us do this. Thank you very much. También queremos dar las gracias a la comunidad, al Departamento de Policía, a nuestro concejal Fernando Cabreras, las oficinas que se encargaron de hacer esto una realidad, y decirle que ellos también se convierten en parte de nuestra familia, ayudándonos a hacer este nombramiento el día de hoy. Muchas gracias.
¿Qué representa esto para la familia, que su hermano se ha honrado de esta manera, la calle lleve su nombre?
Muy importante, este lugar es muy especial para mi hermano. Nosotros básicamente a través del negocio, haciendo nuestro trabajo, tratando de ganarnos la vida, hicimos un hogar acá, porque duramos muchos años. Y mi hermano adoraba este lugar. Esto representa para nosotros como poner un pedazo de nuestro propio corazón aquí. Okay, una marca que mi hermano dejó.
y el reconocimiento, de verdad. Yo sé que él hubiera dicho, yo no me merezco eso, pero era porque él quería hacer las cosas y que nadie tuviera que agradecerlo porque él se sentía que era su obligación. Pero gracias, gracias.
We love you, Santiago.
We love you, Theo. Happy birthday from heaven. We all miss you. We're so thankful that we got to do this for you. And again, we love you and happy birthday.
Chago, we love you. Happy 48th birthday in heaven. I miss you, and one day we shall be again today. Love you, manito. Santiago Frias.